Oh, guess what? It's one of these videos again. Let's see how many people we can piss off with this one, eh? So as you can tell by the title, I'm pretty upset about the sets that have just been announced by LEGO. Now, I know a lot of channels do like LEGO news and they give their opinions on the sets as well. I don't really know if I want to do that on this channel. Instead, I just like to kind of give my opinion, and yes, it may be a shorter video because I'm not going to go through the entire set, but I don't really know. Do you guys want to see me do news stuff? Do you guys really want to see another LEGO YouTuber just talk about new sets that come out? Put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Or if you have a better idea, put it in the comments as well, because I just don't know. But on to the first thing. Happy late Batman Day for everyone. Now, people who know me in real life know that I'm not really a massive Batman fan, so when we got leaked images of a new Batwing, I wasn't really bothered. I like the 1989 Batmobile, but it's still one of those things that I haven't bought yet. I just like classic movie cars, I think, more than I like the actual fact that it's Batman. So again, when the Batwing was announced, I wasn't really feeling it. But I don't want to all be doom and gloom here. Tell you what I'll do is I'll talk about some of the things I like about the set before I get into things I don't really like. Things I like about the set: I love the round shape. LEGO seemed to have nailed this arcing shape that the bricks are going to follow. I think that's a really, really clever design, and I'd love to see how LEGO have done it. Another thing I really like about this set is the fact that it can be wall mounted. LEGO have seemed to turn directions on their displays because they know a lot of people aren't going to have the space to necessarily facilitate a giant fucking spaceship on their shelf. So I'm glad that LEGO have moved their sort of displays into the fact that they can be wall mounted, and I also think that we're going to get a lot of these sort of wall mounted clips, which I'm guessing will be the same ones that we get in the LEGO Art series, for other themes such as the UCS Star Wars line, and maybe even some Star Wars ships just from the normal lines. As they've sort of got these new hookable pieces, I think it would be a good idea to provide that in a lot more sets coming forward in the future. For those of you who are bothered about the piece count and everything, 179 quid for a 2,300 piece set is actually a really good deal. I remember paying the exact same price for my Star Wars Y-Wing, which you guys have seen in a previous video. I remember travelling to the LEGO store in London and buying that set for the exact same price. So the fact that we're getting 400 more pieces will just make this build a little bit longer, and overall it just seems larger than the Y-Wing, which again I'm really happy about. Now onto the things I don't really like about the set, and we're going to be starting off with the minifigure selection. I'm really annoyed that the base is the exact same one we got in the Batmobile set. Now this may seem like a tiny thing, but the fact that they're trying to stay consistent with these is arguably a good thing, but at the same time they can't connect together, and if you did put them side by side, you'd have two Batmans because they just reused the Batman figure, and I don't really get why they're doing that. I get that you have to have Batman in a set like this, but at the same time, if you're making the displays the same, arguably, so they can be displayed together, then you're going to have two Batmans. Just confuses me a little bit. Also, the Joker is not really the best. We got the cool Joker in the Batmobile set, and everybody was really happy about that. Shame he didn't have the extended gun, the extended pistol, as a new molded piece, which I think would have been really cool. But this Joker is just a massive letdown, in my opinion. And speaking of massive letdown, you get a goon. I get that the other figure in the Batmobile set wasn't all that either, but a goon with a stereo... Yeah, he's got a nice torso, but I think people are just going to be buying him on Bricklink for that torso, rather than actually spending the 179 quid just to get that figure, just because people like the arm printing of the Joker cards. Another thing, I like the wall mount, and I like the fact that it can be displayed on the wall. The problem I have is the fact that dust, and on a black set, it's really, really noticeable. I would know, it's on my Hogwarts Express, it's everywhere. You are going to be tearing this set down in 3 months' time to rebuild it again. Trust me, dust gets everywhere on black, it looks awful. I love the fact that LEGO have gone into this wall mounting stage, and it's the same with the LEGO Art. The amount of dust that's going to get inside those studs is ridiculous, and the fact that these are display sets, I feel like, again, it goes back to the Millennium Falcon argument, where you're better off putting it in like a coffee table. Now, I get if you're a massive fan of Batman and not Star Wars, you're probably going to do that with, you know, sets like the Batmobile and the Batwing. But I just have a massive issue with the fact that LEGO have provided us a wall mount and a stand for this set, which again, the stand is very lackluster, as you can only display it in sort of takeoff or nosedive. I've seen people complain about this dust issue on the Batmobile set, and that's just people having it on a shelf. I just think dust is going to be a massive issue with this set. If you're thinking about picking it up, which, by the way, props to you if you are. I'm not trying to hate on everybody who wants these sets. I'm just saying, if you're going to pick it up, have a good display solution for all the dust that you're going to get on it. And lastly, I kind of slipped the stand into the last point, so I'm not really going to bring it up, but the stand is one of my issues. But lastly, the ship is a bit too studdy for my liking, and what I mean by that is there's studs just everywhere on the ship. Now, I understand that LEGO are trying to get this nice sort of plate to stud distribution, and I'm not saying I want the entire ship to be plated so it doesn't even look like Lego, but I just feel that there's too many studs and not enough plates. They tried to do it in the back with these mesh pieces, which in my opinion looks really good, but then they just sort of forget about that as they go up the ship, and they kind of just go, there's nothing we can do about these studs, when I feel like the designers could have slipped in a few more plates to just make it look a bit nicer. But that's really my overall opinions on the Batwing. Like I say, if you're thinking about picking up this set, which I know a lot of people are, I'm not trying to hate on you guys. I think it's a good price. It's just not for me, and it's not my liking. Let me know what it's like in the comments if you guys do end up picking it up. Moving on to the next point, I don't really like the Lego Elf House either. This one, unfortunately, I have a lot more dislikes than I do likes. I like the fact that Lego are doing Christmas sets. I'm waiting for them to do a massive Christmas tree like they did in the promotion packs, but just a bit more substantial, like a Christmas tree you'd see from something, I don't know, like the Polar Express or something. Just a massive fucking tree, which I think a lot of people would actually buy. But this set, I understand why they're doing it. I don't understand why they're marketing it at 18 plus. I don't think anybody can tell me why they're doing that. And unfortunately, the build on the inside just doesn't scream, I love this either. It seems, again, like they're trying to fit in a lot more play features into this set, when I feel like this is probably more of a display set. In my personal opinion, I feel like a lot of people, especially over 18s, are going to be buying it to just put it on a shelf at Christmas time, so they can show off their Lego love as well as be a bit festive. I don't see people displaying this outside of Christmas, unless they're like super obsessed with Lego houses, or they have like a Christmas section of their like Lego city or something. But the fact that we get like elves and reindeer, again, just makes me think, this is a Christmas only set. I like the fact that we get a light up brick, but again, all of the light brick integrations, even in the sets that I like Hagrid's Hut, they're all just pretty shit. Like, you can't keep the light on, you have to hold a button down. Like, Lego need to make a light brick that you can actually toggle, because I think that would just make it a hell of a lot better. And for things like fires and stuff like that, Lego, if you're going to include a light brick, make flickering light bricks, please. That, or I'm just going to go and buy a flickering light brick from Light My Bricks. Another argument I have is that Lego like to provide trees with every fucking set that they do, and now with this one, I understand it's a bit more relevant because it's a Christmas tree, but Lego need to stop putting their piece count into fucking trees. I had a video entirely planned for about 3 weeks back where I did an entire rant about the Expecto Patronum set, about how we only got 2 fucking trees, that all we seem to get as accessories for like little sets is trees. And I understand Lego want you to build up your world, but like, please Lego, please stop giving us trees. Put that piece count into making your sets more substantial, please. I understand with this set, it's a bit different. Again, provide a Christmas tree into your Christmas sets, but for like every other set, please stop including trees. It's just a personal gripe I have, and I'm sure there's a bunch of memes now on my Discord about how I hate trees being provided in every set. By the way, links below. Like, I'm not bashing the set entirely. There are a few things I like. I like the nice list computer. It's a really nice little build, but unfortunately there's nowhere to put it in the set. I like the inclusion of the recolored Patronus piece, but unfortunately I saw this coming from a mile away. As soon as they announced that they were going to do Christmas sets this year, I was like, I bet you they're going to recolor that into a reindeer. Granted, I like the little build that it's got behind it. I just saw this coming from a mile away. But unfortunately, what I didn't see coming is the fact that it's an elf house. We don't even get a Santa as part of this, even though they've got a print of him on the wall. But something I think a lot of people aren't mentioning is the fact that the hat's the same, the torso's the same, the legs are the same. One of them has a scarf, which makes them look slightly different, and one of them has an accessory of a gun piece. Now, one thing you need to understand about me is I love Christmas. Christmas is one of my favourite times of the year, and I got super excited when Lego started releasing Lego sets based around it. But the problem is they still haven't released a set, in my eyes, which I feel is display-worthy enough to actually buy to only have out at Christmas. £80 for this set? It's not cheap. Yes, the piece count is good, but the build, in my opinion, is really lackluster. The only thing I really like on it is the little stag piece and the Christmas lights. That's pretty much it. I think the build is pretty meh. Overall, both these sets just give me really bad vibes. The Elf House I definitely won't be buying. The Batwing I may buy way later on down the line if I've got enough space in my display or on my wall to put it there, but I'm going to have to think of a dust solution if I'm putting it on the wall. The Elf House I definitely won't be buying. It looks like shit. I'm not going to buy it. But that's my opinion. What do you guys think of these sets? I'd be really interested to know what you guys think about these sets. I know this is going to stir a lot of discussion, like the Mos Eisley video. So let's just keep things nice in the comments this time. I had to delete a few last time. They were way too inappropriate, even for my standards. I get it, people. I'm shitting on Star Wars. I have an opinion as well. But like I say, if you guys have an opinion on this set, please put it in the comments below. I'd be really curious to see what you guys think. I'm still replying to every comment that I possibly can, even though it's getting difficult now. We're reaching the 500 mark, and I can only say thank you. This channel's grown from 0 subscribers to almost 500 in only a month. That's pretty damn ridiculous, and it can only really happen with you guys sharing my content. If you guys want to see more of my content, you guys can go and check out the really controversial I don't like the Mos Eisley video, or if you guys want to see something a bit less complainy, you guys can go and check out my mocks and mods playlist, both of which will be in the end cards at the end of the video. If you guys are new here, please go ahead and subscribe and check out the links in the description below. There's a lot of stuff there, such as my LEGO Ideas project and my Discord server. So if you guys do want to message me or come and play some games or just have a chat, that'll be the place to do so. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Also, fuck the Bricktober sets, they look like shit as well. Please LEGO, give us more exclusive minifigures in Bricktober, don't give us these shitty Ferris wheel sets.